Hello YouTube Nation, it's me, John Laval. Got a little tip here for how to keep your car for a really long time. The first thing you want to do is you want to change your oil regularly. Your manual will tell you, 5,000 miles. Do it at 4. Don't wait for the oil to break down and replace it. And you always want to use a top quality oil, not some cheap brand you never heard of. You want to use Quaker State or Shell or the high-end oils. The reason why is oil is cheaper than a motor. You'll sometimes see a car going down the street that's got black smoke coming out of the back of the car, and that's because the rings and the valves are worn out, because he overused the oil. The viscosity broke down in the oil. It didn't protect the metal, and now he's got what you would call leakage. Oil's getting up into the cylinders, it's getting burnt by the spark plugs and firing out the back of the pipe, and basically the car is finished, because that job is unbelievably expensive. Like a couple grand to fix that problem. Not worth it. Oil's cheaper, remember that. Oil doesn't cost much, engines do. The other thing you want to do is consider undercoating or rust proofing your car underneath. There's two levels of that. There's your basic undercoating, or they can you pay more to get your car drilled. They call it drilling, and they'll punch some holes around the edge inside the door and spray in there. It gets up in the frame, gets up into the body part that's between your windshield and your side door, that strip that comes down. Very important, because once that breaks out and rusts, it's a real pain to fix. And remember one thing: rust doesn't develop on the outside of a car, it develops on the inside of the metal, and just shows up on the outside. So this is the reason why we rust proof or undercoat our cars. They say you gotta do it every year. I don't think you do. Every 2-3 years is fine. The stuff didn't wear away. But if you rust proof your car, even in like Canada, where the weather's not all that lovely, lots of exposure to cold weather and snow and ice and all that stuff, cars will hold up for 25 years before they'll even start showing any rust. And if you do the oil changes, as I said, regularly, those engines become bulletproof. I mean, they just keep going and going. 600,000, 700,000 miles is not uncommon on an engine if you take care of it, and the one care that you give it is oil. And that's not to say sensors will go, and you'll need a rad sometime, or the serpentine belt will snap, or you're going to do battery replacements and change the tires and stuff. But the actual motor, the very, very expensive part of that car, is all it requires is oil, good oil, regularly. And you may want to do the transmission too every few years. Every 5 years, get them. I forget what it costs, but 60-70 bucks to drain the oil pans, to put some new transmission oil. Good idea, just to keep your transmission good. There's not really a lot of heat involved. The engine's the one that's got the heat involved. That's why the oil has to be changed. But anyways, that's my tip. If you want to keep your car, just give them those two things, and watch how it takes care of you. See ya. Bye now.